There's a lot of talk about the gender pay gap lately, but there's another one, the gender investment gap, that could cost women even more of their hard-earned money. Known as the last honest analyst on Wall Street, Sally Krawcheck has made it her life mission to help, including the launch of her own digital investment platform. She joins us this morning with more. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. What a pleasure to be with you.
Well, Sally, I got to say, of course, I've heard of the pay gap, but this is completely new to me. So I'm really glad you're joining us today to tell us more about this gap, why it is, and what we can do about it.
It's new to a lot of folks, but we sort of intuitively know that women don't invest to the same extent that men do in the markets. Many more men are saving for retirement than women are today. And that would be fine if we women didn't want to do great things in life, like start businesses and buy homes and do great things for our families and, oh, you know, retire well. We tend to live 6 to 8 years longer than men. We tend to earn less over the course of our careers. Our salaries peak sooner than men's do. And so it's actually even more important for us to invest. But the industry has not been, women tell us, feeling welcoming to them to get them to invest.
I was going to say, so you've given the reasons why women need to, but why the gap?
Why the gap? Well, the gap, so let's quantify it first of all. This gap, this lack, propensity to put the money in the bank instead of invest is costing women tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in some cases millions of dollars over the course of their lives. For women who are making $85,000 a year and putting aside 20% in the bank, if they wait a decade, it can cost them $100 a day, we estimate. So women are telling us that the industry is not welcoming to them, that, you know, you look at the industry and the shows around investing are sort of like sports shows. The industry is rife with war and sports analogies, beat the market, outperform. The industry's about picking a large cap value mutual fund versus a small cap growth ETF, and the symbol of the industry is a bull. It's a bull. That's pretty male. And so what women say, I know I should, but it's 85, 87% male, and it just doesn't feel welcoming to me. That's why, and it's costing me a fortune. That's why we built Ellevest.
So obviously, Sally, getting the message out like we're doing today has got to be very important. But what else can we do as women to encourage other women to invest?
Start doing it. Start talking about it. Start talking about the gender investing gap, and then come to Ellevest. What you're going to see there, the site was designed by the woman who led the redesign of Vogue.com, so it's like what we're used to spending time on. And you're going to see us ask you about not these types of investments, but instead what you want to achieve in life. Buy that house, start that business. We'll calculate the cost for you. You can make trade-offs, and we'll put together a highly customized investment portfolio whose target is to get you there or better in 70% of markets. If you fall off track, we'll tell you and tell you what you need to do to get back on. Very different than what's out there, but really underpinned by very powerful technology, 4 patents pending. So beautiful and smart, just like your female viewers.
I say, sounds good to me. And I know, speaking of the website and things, you've got some new investors that, some pretty big names that are adding funding to this.
Yeah. We are so excited about this because in addition to, so we launched a few months ago, in addition to some Silicon Valley venture capitalists, we have got some crazy accomplished women who've seen the importance of this mission and have invested in Ellevest. Tennis player Venus Williams is one of them. Melody Hobson, who runs Ariel Investments in Chicago. Venture capitalists like Sonia Perkins, Teresa Gao, Jennifer Fonstad. These are some in their industries, real household names. They're investing their money to fund Ellevest so we can run the business, so that other women can invest their money in the markets. It's good for all of us, right? Good for all of us. For those of your viewers out there who are perhaps male and thinking, I'm not going to listen to this because it doesn't have anything to do with me, this is good for women, certainly. It's good for families. It gets capital into the markets. It helps the economy. It's good for everyone. I mean, this can be a real win-win-win if we can close this gender investing gap.
Well, Sally, I love that you say you've made it your mission. We wish you the best of luck. I think it's great that you're doing this and great that you shared your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome.